Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to the first game in the series. First series between Lix and Yo. This is going to be first to three wins. First to three wins in a series will grant you the advancement into the quarterfinals, where it is single elimination. This tournament is for $10,000. It was supported by a Chinese sponsor. I think ROTR, something like that. I gotta look at his name again, but it's a Chinese sponsor. You can check him out on AOE Zone. And this tournament is hosted by Memb and the admin Shirazini. So a lot of credit to them. They're doing all the heavy work here. And yeah, we saw two previous series, at least I did. Maybe you saw more on this channel or other channels. But so far I'm liking what I see. I see a lot of new strategies with this new bog terrain. We saw a lot of demos, a lot of galleys, but also a lot of land units do fairly well. And I'm fairly excited to see what happens here. Hopefully we'll see a lot of new things as well. And we see some new civilizations this time. I haven't seen these on Bog Arabia. We have Lix looking for the boar of... Yo looking for the boar of Lix. Nice and early with his Eagle Scout. He's playing as the Mayans. Over in the top right and blue. And down in the bottom left we have Lix playing as the Vikings. And there you go, he's going to lure the elephant. The elephant's a little bit harder to lure. I think they attack a little bit faster. With a little less delay. Now let's go to Lix's point of view. And he sees the elephant, and this is going to be a pretty hard lure. Because this scout is already down on half HP. So Lix, he should either try to kill the eagle or try to block it off. Running a little bit too far around like that. I could take off the, take off the fog of war. There we go. I could also do that. So it looks like Yo's actually going to get this. Lix is not blocking off this elephant as well as he should. Now he's doing a good job. That's a little disorientating for me. And Lix going a little bit too far to the left. Needs to block this boar off. I would definitely try to hit the eagle a few times as well. Again, not a great job from Lix going behind the elephant. Maybe the elephant's a little bulkier than he's used to. Not a great job for Lix. And he's also going to run into the town center and lose most of the HP on his scout. Oh, not a good start for Lix. He could reclaim this turkey. And he is going to see it, but immediately Mr. Yo is going to bring his turkey back. Anything else for Lix to steal? Yeah, he's got the elephant back there and then two sheep there, but the problem is that his scout is already on half HP. So good start from Yo. Someone asking, will the raffle be drawn at the end of each set? Yes, that's correct. It's always at the end. We wouldn't draw it halfway through. Nobody in Nova co-cast today. Not today, but we will have co-casting in future series, trust me, for this tournament. I'm actually going to be out next week. So it'll be in 2 weeks when I come back. On the weekend, that'll be Mangrove Shallows Cup Round 3. This is 5 rounds in the Swiss stage, and then, of course, the single elimination modes. So we will have co-casting. And there's a few options for co-casting, whether it's someone within Voobly Official, or perhaps outside. So, nice start for Yo. We haven't talked about the players. There's a lot of things going on in the Dark Age. But Mr. Yo, I think, is, one of the best Age of Empires 2 players of all time. I think when you say who's the best Chinese player of all time, almost everyone would probably say Mr. Yo. Certainly Tim, Lix, Love Cheng. Those are all very good Chinese players, but I would put my vote in for Mr. Yo. And Lix, as well, is a very long-time player of Age of Empires 2. I'm not sure if he's played as long as Yo. Can't attest to that. But Lix has been around for a very long time, and I think these guys have been teammates for a very long time as well in all the Nations Cups going back a few years. So these guys know each other's style extremely well. And as well, they should be playing with very little lag because they're both Chinese players. Looks like Yo is either going to go forward with the lumber camp or something more aggressive. Alright, he's going to go after this ostrich, and I bet you he's going to place the lumber camp afterwards, dropping off the food. And yes, you can drop off the food if you build a new lumber camp. First military building of the game is going to be a dock for Lix. Yo is going to go with a men-at-arms rush. I wonder if these players have seen the games from the previous 2 days. If they have, that could be a big advantage. Of course, the Vikings get cheaper docks, they get cheaper galleys, they get access to the longboat, and they also have a great economy with free wheelbarrow and handcart, so these are solid options, or solid bonuses for the Vikings. Mr. Yo playing as the Mayans, probably the strongest 1 versus 1 civilization in today's meta. Really good with archers, good men-at-arms rush, and a great economy starting with 1 extra villager and resources lasting longer, but no direct water bonuses. Who's going to win the Scouts fight? Lix just got up to the feudal age and gets that extra attack where the Scout becomes stronger than the Eagle. So he wins that fight. Good, he needed some sort of victory after he lost that elephant early on. And won't be needing a lot of food with galleys. First tower coming up from Yo, only sending 1 villager, and this is such a great play. Doesn't want to overcommit to the tower rush. Send a bunch of villagers forward. Not that kind of map. Lix has already kind of walled it as well. You can't get around to the woods, so just send 1 villager forward and do the same damage. Great play by Yo. So Lix going up with the galleys. There are some nerfs to the galleys. They build slower, they have less attack, and they have less pierce armor. And now Lix going with the blacksmith right away for fletching. Here's your first galley. 6 minus 3 attack, so 3 attack. And first tower's up for Yo. Lix is going to pull back his villagers immediately, and that was a nice lumber camp. He's able to get some very good saturation from that lumber camp, and now it is a waste. So far, Yo playing this game a little bit better. But what about this choice of galleys? Maybe galleys was the right choice and not men-at-arms. Certainly, these galleys are going to do very well against the men-at-arms. Let's see how much damage they do to this guy. So they'll be doing 2 damage. So not a lot. That's like a skirmisher with fletching. But they are faster than archers and easier to micro. Lix still with the scout in the middle of the map. I would use it, make sure. Well, I was going to say make sure it doesn't get killed, but what is it going to get killed by? Blacksmith coming for Yo, and Yo is interestingly going to go for 2 archery ranges. This is a normal play on any other Arabia map. So we're going to see archers versus galleys. Galleys have only 1 pierce armor, but they do have 120 HP. And it looks like they're going to get through these walls. We have 5 archers already in, and we have fletching coming in. Galleys still pretty deadly to villagers. So 4 attack, that's the equivalent of an archer without fletching. So these archers have more attack, but the problem is they have 30 HP. And these galleys have 120. So I think Yo should definitely get this wall up, make it a very big priority. And I wonder if Lix can just push through here. Doesn't look like it, or at least he doesn't want to. Villager's gonna come forward. And looks like the galleys are able to just about 2-shot the archers. How much damage are the archers doing? They're doing quite a significant amount of damage to the galleys with that armor. And it looks like this villager... Oh, actually the villager's gonna get away. Wow. But the archers are doing okay. At least in this feudal age. Remember, they are cheaper for the mines, and then Yo should hopefully finish up that wall. Somehow those men-at-arms came back and they got it. Lix was pushing on the front, so I guess didn't want to bring back anyone. But actually got 2 villager kills. Wow. That surprised me. I should have looked at the mini-map. So right now, 35 villagers for Yo, 31 for Lix. I think in all stages of this early game, Yo has played better, and he has an advantage. Unfortunately, we'll probably lose these men-at-arms. What? Could maybe get another villager. Any weak ones? No weak ones. Hello, my Tusk. Welcome to the stream. Getting another villager, wow. So that leaves us with a 2 villager advantage once Wheelbarrow is done. 2 villager advantage for Yo. Of course, the Vikings' economy is so strong, so they should have more villagers because they don't have to research Wheelbarrow. Palisade Gate coming up for Lix. So Lix is fully invested into ships, whereas Yo is fully invested into archers. No market coming up for Lix. I'm curious to see where this goes in the Castle Age, since it seems like we're going that direction. But for now, let's see how this fight goes. And it would look like that the galleys are a bit stronger in this situation. But at least the archers got a few galleys. Gonna hug that hill. So just too much overall HP for the galleys, and they're very easy to micro as well. So when old AOC water players are complaining that they don't see enough galleys in water fights, I don't think this is what they meant. Castle Age coming in for Lix. Yo is about to click up. He has some archers back at home and has built a dock of his own, going with demos. Now, supposedly the galleys are supposed to counter the demos, so I don't quite understand that decision. Oh, actually, gonna get lucky though and get a good hit. Gonna weaken these guys up. I would have waited for 2. I would have waited for 2. Castle Age coming from both players. We'll probably see War Galley for Lix. And I wonder if Yo should switch into Eagle Warrior. Actually, look at this. Lix coming over and he's going to repair his galleys. Here comes another demo. Could kill the bill. That's a good trade. Hey, what's up, Lone Corio? Welcome. Haven't seen you in a while. Watchtower coming up for Yo to fortify these walls. And Yo is probably going to double layer this wall as well. So Yo continuing with the archer play. Has not given up on it. In fact, Yo is going to go into plumed archers, which are faster and have more HP. Have we had some Britons hype recently? Yes, we have, because I believe... Let's see. I believe Lix chose Britons in his lineup. So you might see them today, if this game goes to 5 games, especially. So Balconero and War Galley coming in sooner than the Archer upgrades, and these galleys might already be strong enough. But they're taking a lot of unnecessary shots. Why take this fight before Balconero and War Galley are done? Still not enough archers to one-shot. Tower gets up. And Siege Workshop immediately for Lix, which will pose another problem for these archers. Oh, you got a job finally! Awesome. Where's your job? Are you happy with it? I hope so. Galleys versus archers. If you're new, this is with a new balance for the Mangrove Shallows Cup, which is a tournament hosted by Mem and Cherazini, and with a Chinese sponsor. So new balance changes. Again, the galleys have less attack. Actually, they have what is the normal attack of the galley? So 6 minus 3, now it's 7. The Pierce armor is less, and they build slower. This might be the normal attack of a galley. Oh, but it's minus 2 because that's Balconero. This is minus 2 attack. The galley was minus 3 attack. Oh, awesome. Awesome news. Restaurants can be exciting. Tower will be a threat after heated shot. Maybe that's what the university's for, I don't know. Probably for ballistics. But Yo could just guard tower it up. There's the castle.